Hi everyone, it's Marcie Besecker with Fun Stamper's Journey. Today we're going to do a tour of my room. I was asked if I could do a tour showing some different organizational skills of items that work for me in my space. That doesn't mean that they're going to work for you, but it could. And so I'll just share some ideas what I have. I did just move my room around. I did replace some shelving with some cabinets that work better for me. And so my room is still kind of messy, but it's not crafty messy like it normally is. So bear with me. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you some different ideas that I use currently. Hold on one moment. Okay. Let me fix this camera here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now I'm walking in my door. And I have like a cove right here on the left that I put my card rack there. I use that for different events and fill it up with cards. And I don't have much in it right now. Oh, those are our nuts. We're having those for the RG event this week. Okay, so on this wall, I have this cute little bird cage. And it has cards on it and different things. I've been taking them off for an event, but also I have this beautiful sign my son and daughter-in-law made for me, and you're supposed to hook little things on there. So I bought some circles and hearts for birthdays and anniversaries, and I'm working on those now to put that up there, so that will be eventually. Now, backing up, when you walk in the room, you can see a desk here, and that is for my guest stampers that come over and they can stamp there. This was always right there, pushed a little forward. This white was under this over here along that wall, and my desk was facing this way against this desk here. But video-wise, it worked better for me to have it over there because I have these studio lights. I have two of them, and I can fit one there. There's a hole there purposely to put a camera, a light there. And then I have a space over on the other side of my desk to put a light, and it works well. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay, starting on this right wall, I have my platinum machine there. This metal shelving unit here is from Costco. We did paint it white. This is the top. It had a middle one. And then you see I still have the bottom one there. And that's because this helps with the height to bring it up so that I can die cut on there. Without that, the two drawers on top of each other are just not tall enough to die cut on. So that works perfect for me. I have some items over there for RG's event this week. So then I have slat board on my wall. And I like putting the paper up on the wall. Let me move a little closer here. So I like to have my paper up on the wall. Multiple times I've thought about changing it out and putting it more in a landscape versus a horizontal type storage. Thinking I could use different storage on my walls, or go higher with cabinets or something, but I just really like the look, the color. It's just fun, so I enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Well, these are the house trios that I made and I posted. Those are a lot of fun to make. I am gonna have a class on that soon, so that'll be fun. So back to my platinum here, I'll show you. Down below here, I have my dies in here. Now these are dies that do not match a stamp set. So one-handedly, I'll open this up. For me, I like to have my dies on the magnet. I put them in here. I just have everything that does not have a stamp set in these. And I keep them over by the die machine. So that works for me there. I keep all my plates in here for my die machines, my rubber mats and embossing mat. And here I keep my steel rule dies. So everything's nice and close over here. Up here I keep my stencils, and then I keep other large dies that won't fit into a case, a DVD case. My larger stencils. And then I have more dies over here that I use. My embossing folders are right here. In here, there's several different things. In here I keep my embossing powders and my sparkle cuts. That there. Here I keep all my acrylics and my mixed media items. Here is my ribbon. I've tried all kinds of things with ribbon. I've tried to hang it up, I've tried to put it down, I've tried to put it on ribbon holders, and the drawer works best for me. I don't have ribbon hanging all over the place, which works well. These drawers, oh, that's my snack drawer. You don't want to see in there. These drawers, I have just some different miscellaneous items. That's receipts, my label maker. These are more items that some are partially used, some are new. This is my scrap paper drawer. So I keep all my scrap pieces in here, anything that is big enough to keep. Oh, here's some more like mixed media drawer. This drawer is my adhesive. Okay, so going on the back wall here, this is just a bunch of everything over here. That's my light box I use. This is full of, well, that's a project I'm working on, but this is full of ATS's extra items that I have, or maybe a duplicate stamp set here or there that I have. So that's just a bunch of everything. In my two cases over here, I have, these are like the wood chip items, the embellishments, and this is the other stuff like the paper clips, the little hearts with the sequins on them, so these are just all embellishments. These are little pieces of projects that I had extras of or whatever. Those are cards I've made. Those are cards I've made. My friend laughed at me because she said, "Why do you have a Parmesan container?" This is clear embossing powder. This is like a gold mine. You can just pour it and put it back in. Love it. So those are more cards. These are stamp sets from other companies that I've had. These are retired stamp sets. I have more stamp sets back there from miscellaneous way before I started selling with Fun Stamper's Journey. This is how I store my stamp sets. My stamp sets, when we moved in here, just a little over a year ago, I told my husband I needed the shelves much more shallow. They were a deep shelf that filled up just like that shelf. And I said, I need them more shallow. And he said, well, but you can put 2 rows of stamps. I said, I'll never use the back row. So he said, okay, is there any reason we don't need to cut these down? And I said, well, of course not. Well, then I decided to join Fun Stamper's Journey, and their storage is completely different than what I was used to. So I made do with it, and I photocopy my covers. Let's see if I could grab one here. I photocopy my covers, and then I put the spline, so I make 2 copies, one for the front, one for the spline. I put the stamp in there and the dies. If there's a die set that matches, it will be with the stamps. Okay, so that's how I do it. This is all the Disney. This is all journaling items. These are all the minis. These are all the ATSs. I usually do 2 ATSs per box. I will not waste space. That way it doesn't look like so much. And there's Zippy. And there is a beautiful card I received from Richard. And that was when I had my car accident. So thank you, Richard. My catalog was also ruined in my car accident. So I have my beautiful catalog here, signed by Richard. So that was pretty exciting. Now my 12 by 12 designer paper, I just recently decided to pull one out to cut it up into 6 by 6s, because I don't do scrapbooking other than the scrapbook I'm going to be doing for my granddaughter. I mostly just do cards. So for me, I can see all of the different designs on this pack, and I just put them inside here. So I have all of my paper from that little tablet, that package of designer cardstock, and I just put it there. So I just did that last night. I also decided to cut like 1 package each of my cardstock. So I have my card fronts ready to go. Well, as I cut these 3 up last night, I remembered that my upline, Gloria, said if you go to Kinko's or FedEx, they charge you like $1.50 a cut. And they do 250 sheets at a time. And it's perfect, it's straight. So of course today I took a package of each color, 4 of the white I think, went to Kinko's and FedEx, and they said, oh yeah, it's like $1.25 to set up. I think it was like $1.50 a cut, and they're like, this is like 8 cuts. So for less than $20, I'm gonna have a lot of paper tomorrow to pick up, and it's all cut, ready to go. I think that's gonna help me to use my designer cut paper, my printed paper, and have my cardstock right there. I can match them up, see what I want to do, and to be honest, I'm not going to have a bunch of scraps on my desk. That's my worst part, is I end up with a pile of scraps that I'm not using, and then I end up with a messy desk. So I'm trying to not do that. Okay, and then this is one of the easel boards that I did. I don't have the inserts for it yet. That is something I need to work on. In those boxes, there's a lot of stuff for my granddaughter's scrapbook that I need to make. And I've been saying that for a while, so I need to get it done. In this corner, there's just a bunch of miscellaneous. There's a lot of mixed media items in those little suitcases over there. And there's a lot of my punches, and oh gosh, there's all kinds of, another little roundabout. That's from like Pampered Chef or somewhere. Excuse me. Okay, so here is my desk now, moved facing the wall, but it works. Like I said, I'm going to put one light over here and another light over here so I can film. My outlets are there. I used to pop up a folding table when my desk was facing going this way, and it was just a pain. So I think this is going to work a lot better for me. Okay, so I have my silks, my cleaners, my fusion, my glaze, everything there. I have my sparkle dust, a little container there with a little spoon. My brushes all right here. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I got this at Costco. These little boxes I put my pens in, markers. I think I got those on Amazon. IKEA, those little containers. I have my sequins in. Those are only some of my sequins. My sparkle dust that Eva Bussum showed us how to make. Love it. I put my blocks there. I marked them with a little nail polish. That way when people come over and stamp, or I go somewhere to a stamping event, I know which ones are mine. My pan pastels. I like them stacked. I put labels on them. That works best for me. My splashes, I have them lined up here. My punches over there. My journal. Love my journal. I still have a lot of decorating to do, but for the most part, that's my journal. Okay, then I have a lot of other inks and things that are higher that I really don't ever use the stuff up there much. I'm slowly getting rid of old stock that I had, and which is enabling me to redo my cabinets and everything, so that's good. I like my light on my desk. It does have a little fan on it, which is really nice because sometimes it gets warm. I just bought this little shelf here, and there's the color pieces that I have cut and I need to put away, either back on the shelf or in my scrap drawer. This is white that I was just working on a project, so I have scraps there for sentiments or little things that I need. That works for me. I love the little red Silo cups to put my glue in. I did this at a class a long time ago, which was a really cute idea. We did this at a class, and I've had it for a long time, and it looks kind of gross, but it's just glue. I just put my glue in there, and it's nice because the glue stays facing down, and that works for me. I like my magnet board just because it allows me to put stuff, hold it down if I need to. And I love my little mat that I use. It cleans up really nice. My little spindle thing there I use for everything. I have everything on there that you could possibly need. So I keep everything right there that I use. And then we moved this over this way so that it was along the wall right here, and then my desk came out this way. So we split off two of the drawers that we had here. We split off and we put them right here. So we took those off and I rearranged this where it works here. I can still have my friend come and stamp over here. Usually I have a downline, a couple of them that come over, and usually not at the same time. If we do that, we go out in the living room or something, but if one of them comes, that works. So I always have my Amaze there. My baby wipes. I got one of these for my daughter for when she had my granddaughter, and it was perfect. And it has this really heavy thing there, and the baby wipes just pop up out of it, and you can see how low it's getting. And I buy the Costco ones and I just plop them right in there. This drawer is adhesive. Oops, sorry. Adhesive here. I have my rhinestones and different things here. And I don't think I have anything baby wipes in there right now. In the top drawer here, I have my colored pencils, for the watercolor and the regular color. I have my Misties, both of them, they're in there. And, and my Seeds Candy, that's important. And that's about it. My boards that go with my Amaze machine are in there too. And then I have my inks on this stand here, which works. They fit perfectly and they work well for me, and my reinkers on top. And that is my messy closet. I have that cabinet there, and it has my silhouettes in there, all my silhouette supplies. It has, last year's taxes, all that fun stuff. Some different supplies that I don't use quite as often. A ton of brads I bought online from somebody, and I must have every color and kind that I bought really, really cheap. And anyway, I have those. My closet is a disaster right now still, but in this case here, I keep forms, and my catalogs are right next to it. My tablecloths up there for classes. These are my lights I was telling you about. That's an IKEA unit that I have some old wood stamps and different things in it. That's a little mess right there I'm going to go through. It has different cards in there for, like, I had one marked birthday and anniversary and different things like that. So that is pretty much my room. I was going to show you over here. I kind of stopped, but this has adhesive in it. This has, that's receipts and my label maker. This has some different items in it, supplies. Oh, that's a junk drawer. This has more supplies in it. This is my scrap paper drawer that I have different papers in it. Those two bottom drawers down there is a lot of mixed media items. And I think I have more adhesive in that drawer right there. And that's about it. So that is my craft room. Messy as it is. I have, the light comes through that window really nicely during the day. I considered putting my desk right in front of the window, but I didn't have a place for my friend to stamp, and it gets really hot here. So I'm in Central California, and it gets very warm in the summer, so I didn't want to put my desk there. So let me try and turn this around. Thank you so much for joining me for my tour of my room. As messy as it is, I appreciate you taking the time to look. I hope the camera, I didn't wiggle it around too much and you got to see it okay. And I am going to have some crafty fun for you soon. And I have some ideas on some new videos coming. So if there's anything you'd like to see, a technique maybe, or a stamp set, let me know and I'll get that taped for you, a video, and out there for you. So thank you. And remember, you can always look at our products for Fun Stampers Journey at www.funstampers.journey.com/Marcie Besecker. It's MarcieBesecker. Have a great day, and remember to craft with friends and enjoy your journey. Thank you.